who are here today to come forward, for those that would like to look at the gospel a little bit and open up a little bit of what's going on for Lent in this special season. Very good. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all. How many of you are a little bit sleepy still? Yeah. Yep, me too. Well, it's great to have you all here, to be able to be with Jesus this morning, to be able to open up the scriptures and to let him fill our hearts with these gifts that only he can give. And here's where I'd like to start today. I want to talk a little bit about just Lent in the big picture. And one of the things that we do during Lent in these special 40 days is this is the season when we look at things that we can give up for Lent to make more room for Jesus. And I'm going to look at that with you guys. At the end of that, there's something really beautiful that will connect back with the Samaritan woman in the gospel today for all of our adults. But can I get a volunteer helper who's going to, do you want to come on up here? Okay, so you can stand right here in the middle. Now, during Lent, Jesus says, I want to get right to your heart. I want to be as close to you as I can. But sometimes there's other stuff that we bring so close to ourselves that Jesus has trouble getting really super close. For example, let's see here. Let me get another volunteer. You want to come on up here? Okay. All right. So you can stand all the way over here with me. Okay, so let's imagine we have Jesus here, and how many of you have a favorite food, a favorite snack? What is your favorite food? Ramen? You're not allowed to like ramen until you're in college. How do you pull all-nighters? Do you drink a lot of coffee already too? No, don't answer that. But, okay, so here, come up. Do you want to come up and help me with this? Okay, so you are ramen noodles, and you're going to come right close here. So let's imagine you love ramen noodles, okay? Let's see, how many of you have a favorite video game? Oh my goodness, you have a favorite video game? What's your favorite video game? Mario Karts. I could have guessed that. Everyone still loves Mario Karts. Okay, do you want to be Mario Karts here for us? Okay. All right, and you can get really close there. Okay, how many of you have a tablet at home? Oh, whoa. Okay, all right. And you like your tablet? And you like probably watching cartoons and things on it? Yes, okay. Do you want to come up and hold the sign for tablet? Okay. All right, and so you can stand right here in front. Right here in front, right here. There you go. Perfect, you got it. How many of you have a favorite dessert? What's your favorite dessert? Ice cream. Okay, so do you want to be ice cream? Come on up here. Okay, and just keep crowding right in around here. So you love ramen, you love Mario Kart.
No, I like Mario Kart.
And you like ice cream, and you love your tablet. Okay, how many of you listen to a lot of music? Yeah, sometimes some of us fill our day like we can never ever have it quiet. We need lots of noise all of the time. What's your favorite music? Anything in particular, or you just like to listen to music? Don't touch this. Okay, all right. I don't know that. I don't listen to a lot of contemporary music other than contemporary worship, but here, do you want to be music for us? Come on up here. And again, you just get really, we'll have you stand right up here behind her. How many of you guys watch TV? Do you have a favorite show? What's your favorite show? What's that? Oh, I didn't hear that, and I don't even know what that show is. But here, come on up. I'll have you hold that. There we go. Okay, yep, come on up behind here. Favorite toys at home? Do you have a favorite thing you like to play with? Like, as soon as you get home from school, this is what I'm doing. And your mom says, you need to do your homework, and you're like, I want to do this first. What's your favorite toy to play with? Barbies. Okay. Do you want to come on up here? All right. Now, there we go. Here's one final one. How many of you have favorite sports you like to play? What's your favorite sport? Swimming. Okay. Do you want to come up and help me? Just hold this here and be right in the middle there. Okay. There we go. Very good. Now, here's what I want you guys to see. Sometimes we fill our life with so much stuff, food and video games and sports and music and TV, that it doesn't leave a lot of room for Jesus to get close. Where does Jesus want to be? Does Jesus want to be on the outside out here? Where do you think he wants to be? Go ahead. Where do you think he wants to be? On the inside, yeah. He wants to be all the way right here, as close to you as he can be. But sometimes we don't give him room. And so during Lent, what we do is we say, Lord, I know there's so many things that I fill my life with. During Lent, I want to make more room for you, Jesus. And so this is why during Lent we say, you know what? During Lent, I'm going to give up that favorite food of mine. Even though I know I'm going to want it, even though I know I'm going to crave it, Lord, during these days of Lent, I'm going to say, I'm not going to have that ramen or whatever that favorite dessert or food is. I'm going to leave room for you. And so can I have our food? I'll have ramen come over here. Come over here with me. And then Ellie, your ice cream, you can come over this way too. And see, we open up room in our life and we say, rather than saying, all of my happiness is in ramen or in ice cream or in my sports, I'm saying, Lord, I want my happiness to be in you. But I'll never know that until I open up space to let him come. And so, do you want to go ahead and step close over here? Get over there close to Jesus. All the way over here. All the way over here. All the way over here. There you go. You got it. Thanks for directing him. So, we give things up so that we can make more room for Jesus. But not only make more room for him, but for the good things that connect us with him. So we give stuff up, like if you watch hours of TV every day, you could say, you know what? I'm not going to watch as much TV, but in place of it, I'm going to spend some time just with Jesus to pray. It's praying. Yeah. And so can I get a helper who's going to be praying? You want to come on up? Yeah, thank you. Okay. I've got another one there for you too. Okay. So we make more room for praying. So maybe the video games, you want to step over here, Mr. Mario Kart, over to the side, and you can, there you go. Excellent. But then we want more time for acts of kindness. And so rather than just thinking about us and maybe listening to music and all the stuff we want to do, we say, I'm going to give something up. Yeah, you can come on up. And we make room for the good stuff that we were made to do. And so, let's see. How about we'll have toys and music. You guys can step around to the side, and we'll have acts of kindness come up here a little bit closer. How about this one? Forgiving others. Sometimes we don't leave room for Jesus, and we don't even think about forgiving others. Do you want to be forgiving others for us? Come on up there. How about donating to the needy? Some people love clothes so much, they have more clothes than they're ever going to wear. And maybe something we do is we give up our love of clothes and we say, I want to donate some of this to the needy. And so, okay, do you want to come up and be donating to the needy? And we'll have the tablet step out of the way. Do you want to come over this way? Yeah, thank you. And then one final one, just serving others, looking for ways to serve others. John, do you want to come up and be serving others for us? Okay. And maybe you can take the spot of TV back there, okay? Awesome. Very good. All right, so if you've wondered why during Lent, why do we give some things up? It's to make more room for Jesus, who needs to get right next to, we'll get you right over here. I want you to, let's make this really visible. There you go. Awesome job. We make more room for Jesus and all of the good stuff that Jesus wants us to do. It's not that all of these things out here are bad, but sometimes they become so much of our life that they don't leave room for the important stuff. How many of you guys, maybe with your mom and dad, thought about something that you have given up this Lent, or extra acts of love or kindness that you're doing? Okay, awesome. Very good. Yeah, this is why we do that. So I'm going to collect all these back up from you guys. All my helpers, you guys did awesome today. Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Jesus. There we go. Wonderful. And you guys now, as I collect these, I'm going to have you all, thank you. I'm going to have you head back to your moms and your dads. Okay? Very good. Excellent. All right. Good job, everybody. Just what plays out just when we're young, learning about Lent, it has deep meaning for us as adults. The woman in the gospel today, I took the short form of the gospel just because of our children's mass, but you know the story. This woman, her particular the thing that would have been on her card would have been, she's gone from one relationship to another. And the Lord knows her heart, and he reveals it, and he says to her, I know that you've had 5 husbands, and the man that you're with now, the 6th, he's not your husband either. And she's been looking and searching and thirsting for deep stuff. But she has to get to a point where she's willing to set that bucket down. Her bucket and that well are an outward sign of her looking for earthly things to satisfy and quench that thirst that only in the end the Lord can satisfy. But there's got to be a moment where the bucket gets set down, and she does that. In the full gospel reading, it's so beautiful the way the Lord opens her heart up and brings her to a point where she knows, you're different, Jesus, and you have a way of being able to get deep into my heart that not even all of those relationships could satisfy. And at the end of the gospel, in the full version, what you read is she sets her bucket down and she runs into town to tell everyone, come and meet the man who told me everything about me. Could he be the Messiah? There's a conversion that takes place in her, and that is what Lent is all about. It's about us identifying whatever those wells are that we go to in our life. At the end of the 7:30 Mass, one of our parishioners, as he left, he said, Father, when I was listening to you, I realized the well in my life that I always go to is my refrigerator. No, but it's true. How often do we comfort ourselves with food? And we cover over the deeper longing that only He can fulfill. And so we want to pray and ask the Lord for grace this week of Lent. Lord, help me to identify what's that well that I go to over and over again that is never going to satisfy the deepest longings and thirsts of my heart. Help me to identify that well, to leave my bucket there. And we're praying, Lord, give us conversion this Lent. Bring us to a place where we're willing to step out and trust you enough to believe that you who know our hearts will fulfill what our hearts long for. That is what Lent is all about. It's not just about giving stuff up randomly. It's about coming to a deeper place of trust in the Lord, that we would know that He can fulfill the deepest longings of our hearts because He knows them. So let's pray that the Lord will give to us that grace as we move into this third week of Lent.